Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to the first ever Season 3 episode of GameChat. It's been a long time coming, and you know what? We're starting off strong. Hopefully you've been paying attention to the social media because we are joined by the illustrious Jacki Jing. Jacki, how are you?
Wow, that is quite the title. Illustrious Jacki Jing. Huh? I'm doing well. I'm super excited to be with you all and chat about games, so hey.
Absolutely. And of course, I can't go on without mentioning I am also joined by Addison Tossi and Nate Pressler.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, everyone.
All right, we have an amazing show for you today. If you've seen Game Chat before, it's going to look completely different. We've ditched the old ways, and we're now going the way of the variety show. So instead of your typical games news, this is going to be brought to you and many different segments of different kinds. So let's get into some housekeeping before we dive into the rest of that. I do want to say that this show is brought to you by our patrons, and don't forget, you can be one too. Head over to patreon.com/borderline entertainment and be a patron today and help us continue to make the content that you want to see. But with that said, let's stop all the balagna and let's hop into what we all love, video games. We're going to kick things off with our newsbees. So, in the news of games, we're not getting our typical E3 stuff, right? It's not, with COVID, with everything that's happening, it's not safe. So, everybody is resorting to online methods, and it's actually been pretty cool. I don't know how much everybody's been able to dive into it, but we are going to rank our favorite news stories, starting with the PS5 reveal. I want to hear from you guys. What is your ranking? Are you hyped about it? Do you have some intrigue, mild interest, or is it just flat out boring? And don't forget, the PS5 reveal not only showed that wonderful router design, bug snacks, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, just so many other things. Addison, what is your ranking? Where would you put the PS5 reveal?
Man, there was a lot of ups and downs for me, but I would say mild intrigue. I definitely want a price point for the PS5.
Absolutely.
But yeah, most of the games look pretty good, and I'm definitely on board.
Nate, it's to you. Where are you at?
So I'm with Addison. I think some mild interest right there. The price point's making me a little nervous, but I know that it's far off if it's going to happen. But if a new Uncharted game was announced, it would be definite hype all the way.
Okay. So, hype if it's Uncharted. No Uncharted, just intrigue?
I'm loyal to Uncharted.
Okay, that's fair. All right, Jacki, PS5.
So how does this ranking system work?
So,
Mild intrigue. I'm like, what? Who says that?
listen.
I have mild intrigue about the PS5 reveal. Like, so break it down for me, because I'm like, I was going to be like, oh my god, that was awesome. And then I was like, oh, there's some ranking system going on here that I'm unaware of. So break it down for me again. I forgot. I think you emailed it to me, but...
Yeah. And please put it in the chat. What do you think about the PS5 reveal? Starting from the bottom. Absolute boredom. I've got zero interest. I don't care. In fact, it's wasting my time. We get into mild interest. All right, I'm feeling it a little bit. Not quite sold, but I like what I'm looking at. Then we've got...
Wow, you guys were mild interest?
For some things.
Wow,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we've got definite intrigue. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm ready. I'm not exploding, jumping off the roof excited, but I'm definitely going to pick it up day one. And then you've got extreme hype. I've already pre-ordered it, the most expensive edition. I've tattooed it on my skin, and there's no stopping now.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not going to tattoo anything at this point. Who knows, maybe down the line. But I feel like I'm not quite definite intrigue. I'm like a little bit below it, but I definitely think I was higher than mild interest. I thought that there were a lot of games on there that looked really dope. Like, I love Deathloop. I loved Ghostwire Tokyo. Stray? That cat?
Yes.
Like, I was like, what? This is so cute. Horizon Forbidden West looked pretty solid to me, too. Miles Morales. I was like,
hands down.
That looked dope. Also, I was kind of intrigued by Returnal and then Village Resident Evil. Like, there was a lot of titles that got me hyped. Yeah. There was very few that I was like, you know what I mean? And there's always going to be like a handful of those in there. But I found myself really having trouble figuring out my top 5 list. And I think that when that happens to me, I'm like, okay, this is pretty solid.
Yes.
I was disappointed we didn't find out the pricing. I wasn't terribly disappointed with how the PS5 looks. I know people were like, router, but whatever. I was like, okay. But I mean, like, it's fine. The only thing that annoys me is that I'm like, where am I going to put this thing? Because my PS4 is not really like in a place that like stands up like that. You know what I mean? It just like kind of like fits on a shelf. So I was kind of like, that's inconvenient. But I wasn't as angry as I know. Like, I went on Twitter. I like had a live reaction to the PS5 reveal, and I was like, okay, like not bad. And then I went on Twitter, and everybody was roasting it. So I was like, oh, like maybe I was like out of line there. But I thought that it was fun. I was totally confused by that game where you like pick up a fruit and you like it turns into your body part. I forgot what it was.
Bug snacks.
Yeah, that's like not my jam at all. That's not my jam when it comes to video games. And like I did like a live reaction and you could just see on my face, I was like I'm a very it's funny, like when it comes to video games, I like gore. I like killing stuff. Yeah. I like destroying stuff. So I saw that and I was just like I was totally confused. And then like the part with the weenie arms, I was like, what is happening here? But I know a lot of people are a big fan of that one and they're excited for it. But I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean, I was in, and I really want to get the PS5 again. I'm really nervous about how expensive it's going to be. Yeah. But I do feel like there wasn't a title that I was like, holy, getting this. You know what I mean? Like it was like a lot of good titles. Like a lot of solid titles. Like I was like, oh yeah, oh I like this. But I never like jumped out of my chair and was like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and that's definitely happened to me before at E3, you know?
Right.
So I don't think that there was a moment like that for me, but I was definitely like, I was in. So I guess I'm right in between. I'm definitely higher than mild interest. Like I'm interested, but I don't know if I'm like, day one, I'm going to get the PS5. I'm going to have to probably save money for it. So I don't know if I can afford it on day one. But so that's where, that was my very long answer. Addison and Nate like gave like a 2-word answer. And then I just like went on for 5 minutes. So well, I'm sorry.
I'll bring it home with like a little bit in between. So
yeah,
I did a react as well. During the react, I was at definite hype. Everything about it for me was just hitting all the notes. I'll have to say, like with Bug Snacks, when it started, I thought it was going to be Viva Pinata, and then I realized, wait a minute, this is not Xbox. And like it tricked me for a second, but like now that I've been away from the event for a while, I'm still excited. Like, but it just is not hitting me as hard. So I've probably dropped from extreme hype to definite intrigue. And that brings us to our next Newsbees news. AT&T is looking to sell WB Games. Now, I'm going to start it this time. For me, this is definite hype because, and I'm not going to get too long-winded, but WB Games, that is the Arkham series, that is Mortal Kombat, the Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War series. So, like, to see those games go to somebody who I feel is going to take better care of them. No offense to the way WB handled things, but I feel like they were trying to push things too much without giving everything enough tender loving care. So I'm hyped about this. I'm gonna move now to Nate. Nate, what do you think? Where are you at? What's your temperature gauge?
I'm hyped about it, but I'm also a little nervous because not to get like the Batman fan base coming at me, but like what does this mean for like the cryptic Court of Owls style reveal for whatever game is coming down the line? Like, is this going to put it back? Is this going to have this be restarted in terms of development? So I'm interested as to what that means logistically with like what's in their pipeline, but I'm very much focused on what's going to happen and want to see what that journey is like.
Right. Addison, where are you at?
I've definitely got some big intrigue. I'm not all the way to hype, but for the same reasons that Nate brought up, like I'm interested to see where it takes some of the existing games and what else it's going to bring to the plate. Because I know, with everything changing and that $4 billion price line, there's going to be a lot of change in the near future.
It's a lot of PS5s. It's a lot of PS5s, or maybe not so many. Jacki, what are you feeling about WB?
I kind of agree with Nate. I feel like it's a little bit too early to tell. What kind of stuck out to me was that I feel like we're seeing these major studios moving out of the gaming industry, which makes me a little bit nervous. And for some reason seems strange to me, because I feel like, we are amidst COVID, and if anything, like this is, we see them like going crazy about streaming. So it's like, why not get into video games? So this kind of like made me take a step back, but I just think it's like way too early to really say how this is all going to play out. You know what I mean? So I just got to hear more. I mean, it's a huge price tag, definitely like interested, but I'd say like, I guess I'm like mildly interested. I saw it and I was like, oh, but it's like, we have to see what else comes out of it. It's just like way too early to tell for me. So
yeah. All right, next on the Newsbees docket, Guerrilla Collective. Now, again, E3, it's not happening, so we've got the digital format, and Guerrilla Collective is giving a voice to all of those indie developers that you might have missed on the showroom floor. So, looking at all the announcements that have come from it, where's everybody at? Jacki, Guerrilla Collective, how do you feel? Where do you gauge it?
Okay, so Guerrilla Collective, first of all, I am a huge fan of all of these like virtual conventions. One, I like, it's just nice because it's all in the comfort of your home, and I'm just I don't know, like conventions are intense. Like you got to get like in that mental like mindset 100%. For a convention, and you got to be ready to like park far away, lots of walking, you're talking to a lot of people, you know what I mean? So like for me, like I think I'm extroverted and introverted, but like the introverted side of me is like, yes, I can just be like in my own world, but it, like, so I'm a huge fan. For me, the titles that stuck out immediately were Boyfriend Dungeon, which I just think is absolutely hilarious. Apparently like your weapons turn into boyfriends. So I'm just like, are you going to have like the guy who like gaslights you? Are you going to have like the guy who's like never on time? Like, I don't even know how that's going to play out, but I just like really love the concept. I think it would be hilarious. And then West of Dead and Ultra Kill just are totally in my wheelhouse. Like I'm a huge anime fan, so like any sci-fi western, I'm like, take my money. And then Ultra Kill, I mean, I love Doom Eternal. Like I loved Doom Eternal so much. Wasn't great at platforming. That's not my strong point. Like my whole stream always laughs at me because I literally spent like an hour stuck on platforming when I was streaming once. But I love killing stuff. So like that really, like that's just like a great stress reliever for me, like, so that one really stuck out to me. So like I thought it was fun, and I like the titles, and indie games, like we always like for them to get hyped. So yeah. So I guess I would be definite intrigue. Definite intrigue.
Nate.
I'm super hyped simply because of Boyfriend Dungeon. Anytime I can get some insight into that, I think it's a quirky, weird concept. I was never into the whole dating sim kind of game until I played Fire Emblem Three Houses, and now I'm like, I will have tea with you. Like, let's do this. So I'm here for it. I love indie games, and so I think this is just another way to get some really good exposure for that. I, as a big Nintendo Switch person, seeing those indie games coming to the Switch is really exciting. So yeah, literally, I'm signed up for the Boyfriend Dungeon newsletter. I get love letters from the different weapons once every couple weeks. I'm here for it. So ultimate hype, how high as you can go on there.
Okay.
Nate, did you play Harvest Moon?
I did. I haven't played it in a really long time, but that was my jam at like when I was like 10 or 11.
That's like basically a sim game. Like I remember at first I was like all worried about my farm, and then I was like, which girl do I want to get to like me? And I like started like, okay, Potpourri likes flowers, and then like she likes it when I bring her like eggs and milk, and like, and I had no idea that I got caught up in a sim dating game. But yeah,
that's
Harvest Moon, everybody.
That's
Good
the whole thing with me and Mass Effect. Like, what
Mass
do you want
Effect
me to do, Liara? I'll do it. Just point me in the right direction. Let's be in love.
Yeah, but I'm a big fan of Boyfriend Dungeon too. So.
All right, Addison, round us out. Guerrilla Collective. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
This one I'm real hyped about. I love indie games, like anything small, like Limbo or what was that?
Inside?
Yeah, that Inside. I absolutely love those. Sorry, I completely blanked on the name. But yeah, like Iron Harvest really grabbed my attention.
Yeah.
I love that Cold War kind of feel, and those giant mechs just kind of walking around sold it for me. And then Dead of West looks insane. Or West of Dead, did I say that backwards?
West of
Dead, but we knew what you meant.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we'll pat you in the back, Rich.
I'm on board for a lot of those, and I look forward to them coming out for sure.
Yeah. All right. Last bit of Newsbees news, and then we're going to get into more fun stuff. But we have to talk about Pokemon Presents today. All I'm going to say, you should know that I'm trying to contain myself because I'm pretty sure my kid is still sleeping. But Pokemon Snap 2? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody, I swear on my life, if somebody says that they're not at definite hype purely just because of that, I'm shutting this whole thing down. We're out. We're out.
You're not excited about Pokemon Smile?
Okay. Look, like I said, for my kid, great. He's going to be catching Pokemon while he's polishing off his molars. But it's all about Pokemon Snap 2. All the way.
All the way.
But somebody jump in. We're not even go around. I want to hear the passion. I want to feel it.
I just
definite
feel like
hype.
I was like, I think everyone's definite hype. I'm like, anything that has to do with Pokemon. Actually, like, since we're talking about Pokemon, I just want to like show you guys. I still have my N64 back here. Do you guys see it?
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I wanted. Oh my gosh.
I know.
And the ninja
it's
headbands.
Like my pride and joy. It's like my absolute pride and joy. And I had like a Dratini. I have the Pokeballs, obviously, next to some Naruto and a bunch of other stuff. But here's my Dratini. So cute. Can you guys see it?
I'm melting. Yes, it looks like it's crocheted.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it an amigurumi?
Is that what?
Is it an amigurumi? Did someone crochet that?
My friend crocheted it.
I love it.
I know.
Can I buy one? Like, I want that.
Yeah, I'm like, so like, I just feel like everyone, it's just like anything comes out with Pokemon and everyone's just like you said, highest level hype. So there's my 2 cents.
Straight up losing my Jackie. We're gonna have to talk about anime at some point.
We're gonna what?
We're gonna have to talk about anime at some point. I saw too many things on the shelf that I'm like.
That's my anime collection over there. This is like all anime. Oh
yes.
Shit. Sorry. Oops. Did I freeze y'all?
Yeah.
Here?
And that's your face.
I don't even know how to get out of this. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. There might be a hide video, show video button.
Okay, I think I'm back. Sorry.
You're back.
So I'm sorry. I'm like totally hijacking the show and like hope y'all don't mind.
It's a celebration.
I have all of these figures from My Hero Academia, and then this is like my entire anime collection, and then my apartment has like wall scrolls like all over it.
Yes.
I'm obsessed.
Oh wow.
I'm obsessed. And then I just have like a bunch of like little figurines everywhere, and
I love it.
Just like Cowboy Bebop collectors. Like it's basically just a hot mess of video games and anime in my apartment, but that's okay.
Perfectly okay.
I'll grow up someday, Mom.
We're all hype over here for Pokemon, for anime, and that wraps up our Newsbees news. And now let's talk about what's in the box. What are we playing? What is in your console or your PC? What are you streaming on Stadia, if that's your thing? But, Nate, what are you currently getting into?
So I am between 2 games that are extremely different. So I'm playing Evan's Remains, and it is a little indie side-scroller that's a puzzle platformer.
Okay.
It seems like a really simple concept, but I am hooked and I am hyped. The story's really good. There are little vignettes between each round. But I'm also, after 3 months of trying to find it, now have Ring Fit Adventure. And I will say that is kicking my butt on a daily basis. 500 calories per workout, though, so I'm here for it.
I need that. I need that so bad. Like, quarantine has not been friendly to my body.
Quarantine 15, that's what they're calling it.
Or Quarantine 1500.
No, stop.
All right, who else? Who's playing stuff? What are y'all getting into?
I have been playing Marvel Spider-Man. I had not played it yet, and I finished up Doom Eternal and the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and got bored with Animal Crossing. So then I was like, you know what? It's time to play. You know, I just got lost in the mix, and I'm like, how do you get lost in the mix? It's exceptional. I'm like, I think like 5% in is like what the game said to me yesterday. So like I'm pretty early on, but that's great. But then like The Last of Us 2 is coming out, so I'm just like, well, yeah, that's gonna go back, like back in the, I'll play it later someday when there's a lull again. But
yeah,
it's been great. It's super fun. But I'm definitely have all eyes on The Last of Us 2 now, so I love that. I'm so excited for it.
We're probably gonna talk more about Last of Us 2. I'm
Yeah.
feeling it. Addison, what are you playing? Because I know I'm probably gonna rant just a little bit.
So I was playing The Last of Us. I did 3 more run-throughs, working my way towards that platinum. Now I just have the 2 like online trophies left, and lost my clan at like 8 weeks. But that's a different story. And then right now I've just started up Dark Souls for the first time. I've never delved into those, so I'm having
Oh my God, you're gonna
a real
love
blast.
it.
But
I'm terrible at them. They're really, really hard, but they're just fun, and beautiful. So yeah, sorry, I had like a very, I reacted to that. I was like, sorry.
Tell them why though. Why are
Nice.
you doing this? You're on this platinum hunt.
I don't know. I think you sparked it. Like, you just said that I couldn't platinum Bloodborne, and that just it made me angry, so I just started doing it. Like, I platinum Bloodborne, now I'm one of the Dark Souls games.
That's all I wanted.
Aw,
I wanted that
love it.
moment for you to say that it was because of me, and
Yeah,
I got
you
it.
did.
I got what I wanted. But I'm all over the place. Like, as far as when I'm playing, like, I'm with you, Jackie. I'm playing this. I'm playing that. I would say the thing that I'm playing the most consistently has been World of Warcraft. I played it way back in the day when they made it free to get to level 20, and I put it down because that $15 a month price point just is too much for me. And then there was just something about it that was it just wasn't connecting. But I started streaming it a couple weeks ago, and I think it's playing with the community that like makes it fun. Because I was playing it with a couple friends, but we weren't talking to each other. We were just meeting up, and if you can't like communicate with your friends, for me it's almost like, why are you even playing with them? Because that's the point of playing with friends. So yeah, I'm getting sucked into the world. It's 15 years old or something like that at this point, and I feel like it's brand new to me. It's incredible.
Aww.
The depth, the amount of detail that they've put into the world. So if you're not playing World of Warcraft, or that $15 a month is a little too steep for you, it is free to level 20. And I feel like that is probably enough. Obviously, you're not going to get endgame. You're not going to get like the super cool loot or anything like that. But still getting to experience that vertical slice, definitely worth checking out. So, talking about games that we're playing, let's make a game. We're going to move on to Make It or Break It. And this prompt, thank you so much, Axu sent this in, Ice Cream Man. So we're going to make a game about being an ice cream man. So here's what we need, all right? I'm going to list off the things. We're going to work together. Don't worry. We need to have a developer.
I'm worried. I haven't brainstormed this one at all. Like, I got the prompt and I was like, I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, and I'm just going to let it happen. So let's do it.
That's good. Let's just let it flow. So we need a developer. We need a publisher. What's the genre, the story, and play style. So I'll kick things off, and I want us to agree on it. We're making this game, and then hopefully, if you're listening, developers, like we're giving you like a grand idea. So if I'm playing a game about being an ice cream man, I'm thinking of, okay, who has experience making a game about menial chores? I'm thinking Team 17. They're the ones that did Overcooked. So imagine an ice cream man game in the style of Overcooked. So if you've played it, like, you know how you have the overworld in your little food truck?
Mm-hmm.
That's the big thing. right? I feel like that would be the big takeaway.
The ice cream truck, yeah.
Ice cream truck. So, I mean, but don't let me steamroll if you think someone else should make it or if you want to take it a different direction.
I mean, that's a pretty, like, I didn't even think that, and that's actually would be really fun. I'd love to do, like, an overcooked ice cream man version, actually. Or, like, completely dessert focused. I would actually be down for that. It'd be, like, the bakery.
Yes.
I don't know, but I would actually be down for that. Because in overcooked, I guess there's like kind of like some baked items. I remember you were like, you'd be like beating stuff and there'd be like flour and everything, but it would be kind of fun with like ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm on a Doom Eternal kick, so I just wanted it to be like super violent and like you like beating people with an ice cream scooper and I don't even know, like just shooting, like you have like a bazooka that shoots like a giant ice cream ball. But that would be my jam. So, I mean, I would have said, like, Bethesda and then ID, who just did Doom Eternal. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's super weird.
No, I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you. So, like...
That's completely different than what you said.
But let's mash them together. So, ice cream truck, driving through the neighborhoods and the colorful playfulness of Overcooked. But then when people are... When they're buying their ice cream, if they shortchange you, bad math you, it then turns into... You are a deranged ice cream man, and it switches to a first-person view, and you're now shooting the ice cream in these people's faces. So you have the option to deliver the ice cream peacefully, or deliver it. So, like, there's a morality system. You're either really nice or you're evil, right? Addison, what's happening?
I think that it'd have to be like Final Fantasy VII, where there's like some ice cream corporation that you have to tick down, and you're like the mom and pop. Or it'd have to be like aliens, and like we have to, and they want ice cream, and they're going to destroy our planet because they want ice cream, and like the military has nowhere to turn because like their weakness is like ice cream, so like they need the ice cream, so like all the ice cream men and women of the world have to like come together to defeat the aliens. So those, I think though, it's got to go either with the big corporation, you know, like the mean guy at the desk, or it's got to be aliens.
I like the corporation. Like, maybe it's just because I'm coming off of that Final Fantasy hype too. It's General Corporation all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like we could have taken it somewhere else, like maybe from the kids' point of view, like, but it was a horror game as well. Like kids are going missing, and we think it's the ice cream man, but it kind of looks like Bad Neighbor, like that game style.
Yes, the kids are being turned into the ice cream.
No, that's just getting no. That's so mean. That's too mean.
I was glad that you guys came up with something different, and I just wanted to tell you where.
Oh my gosh. Well, Asa took it. I mean, yours is actually like, oh, that's scary. Like, that would be scary. And then Asa's like, make them eat the kids and get all cannibalistic. I was like, what in the heck?
You start off working for the corporation.
The overcooked idea. Like, that is like...
It took a nosedive.
Other side of the spectrum. I'm
so
like,
fast.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Nate, what about you? What do you got?
I went a totally different direction and was like, what if you're like an ice cream person and you can like give people ice cream and then like a dating sim, flirt with mom and dad and try to just like get their ice cream points up. They give you a better tip, things like that. But now I'm kind of like, that's a little too sugar and sunshine, and we should go back to like one of the horror elements, and I think that could be a little bit better. Maybe something a little bit more like Until Dawn, though, where you have to make a lot of rapid decisions.
Okay.
Or the ice cream catastrophe could happen in some way,
I like that.
shape, or form.
Yeah.
So,
I like that. The pressure's
I like a
on.
butterfly
I like
effect.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so Addison, that's 3 out of 4. So we're going with the style of Until Dawn.
Yep.
The story beats. It is an evil corporation still, right? And we're fighting underneath that oppression, but there's some relationship stuff happening now. And then, you know, Addison, to make you feel better, the corporation that we're fighting, kids are disappearing.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't know why. It's suspected that they're being turned into the ice cream. So we got to stop that.
Oh my god.
We got to
are
stop that
not
crap.
letting that
And it's a
into the
good thing,
game.
Jackie.
We're
It's
not.
a good
We
thing.
cannot. We will not include the cannibalism in the game.
All right, fine. No,
Can
no
that be
kids.
like Call of Duty DLC for like the zombies, where it's like optional?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. DLC
Okay.
later. DLC later. Okay. Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't even remember who makes Until Dawn, but there you go. There's. I mean, unless do we have anything else? Like, who would actually publish this? I feel like this is a self-published game. No.
Absolutely.
Well,
Indie
I don't know.
for sure. Yeah.
EA.
Yeah.
They have nothing to lose.
Definitely not EA. I
No.
did not see that. Yeah, I'm like, no. Okay, were you being sarcastic? I was like, wait, what?
It's complete sarcasm. Definitely don't mean EA whatsoever.
Oh Lord.
All right. Well, there we go. There's the idea. If you believe in this Ice Cream Man game, please head to social media. Let's let these people know. The game needs to happen at this point. But you know what?
I'm trying to think of what it would be called.
Oh shoot, we didn't even come up with a title. Reel it
Yeah.
in. Title. What do we got? What are we feeling?
Something with like Ice Scream because it's kind of horror.
Oh,
Oh my god, that's so good. I
That's
couldn't
it.
think of anything. That's so good. Perfect.
And then
Let's
subtitle
not even touch
You
it.
Scream?
That could be the tagline.
That's
Okay.
actually not bad. That's actually not bad.
Yes.
But like,
That's
can
actually-
the corporation? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's actually really good. Like I scream and then you scream. Like I'm like I love it. Like that's actually really good. Sorry, I'm
here
done.
for it.
Nate, what were you
I
gonna
was
say?
just gonna say the corporation could also have a little bit of alien in them too, like very like V like lizard under the human
Yes.
suit. Because I
Love
think you
it.
need to go a little bit like off the wall even further.
Yeah. Because again, if we
Yeah.
think that kids are being abducted by this evil ice cream corporation, we don't want them to
And
be
turning them into ice cream, how does a corporation do that? It needs to be an alien.
boom. It's an alien
Yeah.
corporation.
There we
like
go.
Boom. Ice cream. I scream, yes. Subtitle no.
You
Scream. Okay.
Oh my god, goodness. Okay.
But there it
board.
is. There's the game. Make it or break it, complete with the Ice Cream Man prompt. If you want us to make a game, send your prompts in. You can hit us up on social media. Email your prompts over to entertainmentborderline@gmail.com or hop into the Discord, which I know is popping up somewhere, and let us know, what game do you want us to make next? Okay? But let's keep the summer theme going, and let's get straight nostalgia. I want to talk about our favorite summer gaming moments. So let me kick it off because I'm feeling it, and maybe you'll get the vibe. So one of my absolute favorite moments of playing video games in the summer is, like, obviously all kids, school's out, I'm done, I don't have to worry about anything else except for playing games all day every day. That was my mentality as a 20-year-old. So at that time, it was like, I was probably about 20. It's when Castle Crashers came out. It was like maybe 08, 09.
Castle Crashers.
And that was the last game that my two younger sisters and I all played together at the same time in the same space. We played it the entire summer, and our AC was busted in the house, so it was just like super sweaty, and we were getting angry at each other because we're just so agitated. But that was like probably one of my favorite summer gaming moments, just because, like, the camaraderie. I'm a huge couch co-op person, so a lot of my memories are tied to those experiences. But like having my sisters
There's
be
not enough of those anymore.
there's not, and that, like,
I hate
it is a crying
I loved
shame.
Castle Crashers. And Overcooked was fun, and then whenever I tried to get my friends to play, they were like, and there's so many one-player games that I'm like, dude, if this was two-player, and I don't know why that's the case. I'm not quite sure. I guess, like, they feel like they don't perform as well, but it sucks. Like, there's so many that I wish somebody else could jump in on, but I don't know. It might be more complicated too, so.
Yeah. But then like that was the whole thing with like Halo 5. Like I have played every Halo like split screen couch co-op, so to not be able to do that with Halo 5, it was devastating. I'm like, this is how I enjoy this game. I can't believe I'm not going to be able to play it like that. But yeah, that's just immediately where my mind goes of my favorite summer gaming moment. So who else? Who's next?
I feel like I've talked about it so much already. I absolutely, and this is like our favorite moment of the summer. Like,
yeah,
that
like
we've been playing video games.
Dig deep in there. Favorite summer moment.
I mean, I, for the most part, have been playing Doom Eternal and Final Fantasy VII, the remake, and then Animal Crossing. And I know, like, I already talked about that, but, like, for Doom Eternal, beating that, like, it wasn't even the main boss. It was, like, the second to last. It was, like, the lady floating in the air, and you had to, like, use the weapon that, like, turned into a chain. I think it was a shotgun that turned into a chain, and then you had to get pulled up to her, and then you had to like punch her. And I was like, it was so hard, and I was getting so frustrated. And then I remembered, you start getting in the groove, right? Because at first, like, I was like, this shotgun's not working. By the way, I've never cussed so much in a game. Literally, there was a clip on my stream where I said the F word like literally like 12 times in like 30 seconds. I was like
breaking records.
I was going crazy because that game would just get me so like irritated because like it's just moves so fast and sometimes things are like a little glitchy or like hits when hit is like, and I'd be like, I totally hit that, you know what I mean? And it would just, so of course I just cussed out the computer because that's the way to go. But yeah, I remember that felt so good. And I remember like I was on stream and I was like dead silent. Like I wasn't talking. I wasn't trying to be social. I was just like, like totally zoomed in. Yeah. And when I got that victory, it felt super good. I forgot the name of the guy too. The one with the dog. Do you remember that villain? Shoot. He was in the middle.
Oh yeah.
He had like a helmet on and it had horns and he had a virtual dog that would like, it wasn't virtual but it was like a ghost dog that would come and like rip you up. And first of all, I hate shooting animals. Even in Final Fantasy VII, like they have like their hounds and I'd be like, I don't want to kill you, but so like I had but by the end of that game, I was like, kill him! Get that dog! Like, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm over it. Like, I'm like, no, I do not like that dog. So I really, really love Doom Eternal a lot. And then Final Fantasy VII was just like stupid gorgeous. And I didn't actually play the original. So it was like a really nice experience for me. And I really liked it. I hate Cloud. I think he's nass.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why people love him.
I
Maybe there's some severe character development that needs to happen, but I think he's a dick and I don't get it. And I kept on saying that during my stream. I'm like, he's not nice. Like, and I understand, like, you've gone through trauma, but like, be kind to people. Like, you're not a nice person.
Yes.
Love Barrett. Barrett is my spirit animal. We're like the same person, just like, I don't know, just full of enthusiasm and just like fiery. Like I loved him. And then Animal Crossing is not my cup of tea at all. Like my friend bought it for me and was like, you have to try this out. And I was like, no, I'm not going to play that. Like that's not, no. And then the next thing I know, I tried it out and I spent like literally like 3 days building my garden.
Okay.
3 days.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, 3 hours here. I spent like I think 50 hours on just my garden.
It's so easy to get trapped in that.
Crazy. That's insane. Like that's not right in the head. And I was like, and I still like, I don't even like, I'm not like into the turnips. I'm not into like really expanding my world or anything. I'm just more, I just want my garden to be like on point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I wish I could show it to you guys because it's like literally my house and then I'm surrounded by flowers as far as the eye can see. And I have like every single type of flower you can get and like the colors. And then I have like coconut trees and all the different types of fruits. Like I just was like, that's my jam. And it brought me back to Harvest Moon, which I love Harvest Moon. But I was surprised at like how much those 3 games I was like, damn, like those are 3 games like back to back that I really had a lot of fun with. So
Yeah.
And now I'm excited for The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. At first I was in Addison, like I could just see the face you're making. I was not for part 2. I was perfectly content with the way that the first one ended. I didn't need another game, and I was actually mad when they announced it. But I've come around.
We need more of that.
Yes.
There's never, you cannot, like, I don't even know if it's, like, I'm sure it'll be great. Like, I just am like, how could Naughty Dog not make greatness again? And there's so much pressure. Like, you cannot make that sequel unless you're like, dude, we're going to kill this. Like, I wouldn't even, like you said, like, I wouldn't even touch that unless I felt like we could.
Yeah.
You know, as a team. But, I'm excited for it. So sorry I cut you off, but I'm just like, I saw it and I was like, yes!
I was going on my little rant, but who's...
Continue.
Yeah, continue on. Addison.
Oh, me or you?
Oh, me?
Yeah, I was...
Addison.
That was my awful transition of passing the baton of, hey, go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, I just didn't pick it up because my summer game is The Last of Us. Like, it's completely changed the way I view the world outside. Like, just going outside during summer and just staring at the trees, I can hear the soundtrack, I can feel everything that I felt like the first couple playthroughs, which I did during the summer months, and it's just amazing. And seeing like the TV spot that came out today, like, holy cow,
I miss it.
And that's been the only, like, the TV spot that came out today is the only thing that I've watched since the first 2 trailers, I think.
Oh wow. So
I've been trying to keep myself in the dark, and like unfollowing everything because I know there was a bunch of leaks. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like very nervous, very excited, and like, oh my god, it's just it changed it changed me as a person. And sometimes I just sit and listen to the soundtrack during summer to feel that.
And cry.
It's like one of the most powerful stories I've ever played in video games,
Yes.
which I think is super impressive because I mean all of us have played video games for probably our entire lives almost.
Yeah.
And I'll be completely honest, like I have not been like touched emotionally by a video game like probably in the last 10 years like that much. Like it's been like, okay, cool, like that was fun, that was heavy, you know. Like the RPGs I played on Super Nintendo when I was a kid, like I was like in tears. Like that was some dark stuff.
Yes.
You know, like I played Illusion of Gaia, Terranigma, Chrono Trigger, like that stuff had me like that like shaped me as a human today. And that's why when you were talking about The Last of Us shaping you as a human, like I remember, you know, the first 5 minutes of that game, like you're literally like, you know, I wanted to say beeping yourself, like you're just like, what is happening? Why is this happening? Like you're just like freaking out. Like you're just like, and then I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but you all know like it gets heavy and dark so fast, and then you just see how awful humanity is. Like it's literally giving me chills like to talk about it. Like I had not had a game move me like that. Like I can talk about Doom Eternal being fun AF, like it was, but like did Doom Eternal like shake me to my core? No, like it was super fun, but like no, you know. And Animal Crossing though, that shook me to my core. Let me tell y'all, I'm like, whew. It's right up there with The Last of Us with heavy plots, right?
Yeah. The first one was supposed to be about love, and that's like the whole premise of that game. And this one is hate, and I can't imagine what that's gonna do. Like, it's gonna be an entirely different world.
You're gonna come out the other side not okay.
No, for weeks.
I think what I'm most scared about that game though is that so the clickers, you know, they were so easy to villainize, right? Because they just look terrible, you know, and they're obviously mindless monsters at that point. But this one is talking about like evil humans, humans doing evil things. So like I'm just like, this is gonna wreck me to my core. I'm scared. Like I'm scared and excited, you know. I would just be so surprised if it disappoints. Like I'd be so surprised, and maybe we're like hyping it up too much, and I feel terrible for them. But like I think that they're ready to deliver on it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel like I wouldn't want to like slam a score on it, but like, you feel like it's not going to go below a 90%, right? Like, I feel like that's impossible.
There's no way.
There's no way it's going to go below 90%. Even the obscure, I mean, if you, like, look at everything that's coming in, it's like 10, 10, 10, 10, some 9s, maybe 1 8 and 8 5, but those are outliers. Everyone else is saying, like, this is a masterpiece. So
Yeah.
Sorry, Nate, we've been going on. What is it? What's your summer gaming memory?
So mine, super quick. I didn't have the cool Pikachu Nintendo 64, but we had the green see-through one that came with Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
And my eldest sister and I, we would sit down and try to play that game together. I'm upset about it. Have never beaten that game. I don't remember how old I was when it came out. I was very little. But we would all summer try to play that game, and then I don't have it memorized now, but we had the DK route memorized. And that just, like, that makes you think of summer and, like, the little, like, rocket pops, and you'd eat those while you weren't playing. If they would release N64 Virtual Console on the Switch, I could finally, 20 years later, be able to say I finished that game.
Aww.
Nate?
One of my favorite N64 games is Diddy Kong Racing. Like, I feel
Yes.
it's like super underrated.
Could they remake that? Because I remember you beat it, and then you would be able to play all the levels in reverse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that was the one video game we could get my mom to play, and she was hooked.
Aww.
Like, she was like,
It was
let's
better
do
than
it.
Mario
Like, the
Kart.
little, like, boat you could get it on and everything. You say it was better than Mario Kart?
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna
I
say it.
agree. But
100%.
I don't know for me if that's nostalgia or not, because again, it was like one my brother and I, like, we just loved it.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
loved it so much. A lot of times I'm like, I wish that there was a way to go back and play these. And I do think I have a Retron back there, but it's just like, I have so much. I have like 2 gaming rigs. Like, it's just like too much, you know? But I do need to find some time to go back and play those.
Yeah.
I'd probably just cry just the whole time. It'd probably be a really bad stream, actually. It'd just be me being like, this is so great.
Well, make sure that you post out there when it's happening, because I want to see that.
Yeah, come watch me cry. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, Lord. But it is a good
but
one.
let us know your favorite summer gaming moments below in the comments or in the chat, wherever you're watching or listening to this. But it's time for a little bit of competition. We all love games.
Trivia.
We know a lot about games. Let's put our knowledge to the test. Now, since we have Jacki joining us, an experienced esports host, she is going to lead us. Now, I do have to preface it. I know the answer, so I'm not going to compete. But
I know the answer too.
yeah, so I'm just gonna like, what is it?
Me
What
and
is
Nate.
it? So really, it's between Nate and Addison. But put in the comments, put in the
pressure.
chat. Are you Team Addison? Are you Team Nate? You can be Team
God.
Asa or you Team Jacki. But Jacki,
Yay,
let's
me and my team.
Don't be Team Nate. Nate doesn't know me.
This
present
is hard,
us.
by the way. Asa sent me this question, and I was like,
no.
really?
I thought it was a
would have
softball
no
question.
Clue.
I thought it
But
was like
y'all might,
super
so...
easy.
All right, well, y'all might. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Borderline Entertainment, and we are about to get to our trivia game here. Let's spam the chat. Give a round of applause for Nate and Addison, our contestants.
Let's go.
Drop those emotes. Roll those pogs. Here we go. Okay. The question is, which dragon shout in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim translates as force balance push?
Let's do Ra.
Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Say it again.
Say it again.
Fustu Ra?
Yeah, he got it right. That's
Son of a
Crazy.
gun. I
that was too fast.
like
that
if,
was
I thought
good.
there was going to be
Way
some
too fast.
back and forth, some pandering, some
Yeah.
bickering. Nope, just there it is.
My mind
that
went
was
straight to the
fun.
Thomas the Tank Engine mod, and all I could think about was him, like, Thomas the Tank Engine, like, whistling sound.
Yes.
And that is literally where my head went. I was just like,
It's the,
it's not
that's
what
my
Thomas the
favorite
Tank
mod in
Engine does.
Skyrim.
Oh my gosh. That was way too fast though. Like
Yeah.
that was like Jeopardy. That was like buzzer.
Sorry.
No, it's great. Okay,
Yeah.
well, there's our trivia question, everybody.
Didn't even need hints. Wow. Okay. Well, as we're wrapping things up, let's talk about what's coming out this month. And then when I finish rattling them off, I want to hear from each one of you. What is the one game out of this list that you're excited about, that you can't wait to play? I think I know everyone's answer, but let's just appease the list. These people worked hard. Okay, coming out in the month of June, we have The Elder Scrolls Online is getting the Greymoor expansion. Disintegration's coming out today. The Isle of Armor expansion is coming to Pokemon Sword and Shield. Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3 also dropped today. The Last of Us Part 2 coming at the end of the week. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated coming out at the end of the week. Ninjala free-to-play beat-em-up action game on Nintendo Switch. And, of course, the Wonderful 101 Remastered. So, let's just go around, blurt it out there. What are you hyped about? What's the one game in June? It's all you. Last of Us Part 2.
SpongeBob?
I'm going to say Ninjala.
Ninjala? Okay.
Pokemon, because I'm excited about Pokemon, but I need a Splatoon 3, and if I'm not going to get one, this is going to be the closest thing to it right now.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with that. But we're going to wrap things up. I want to give a shout out to Jacki so much. Jacki, where can people find you? What are you doing?
What am I doing? Like, I never know what I'm doing. What gigs I have coming up?
Yeah, where should people be tuning in? What should they be watching?
I mean, definitely hit me up on my social media. It's at Jacki Jing, JACKIJING. And I'm super active. Like, I have a Patreon as well. I have a YouTube. I stream on Twitch. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, like all that jazz. So please come and connect with me. Like, actually, my Discord community is called Jing Dynasty, and they call me the Empress, and like they're super fun, and I love them so much. Yeah, I have a really, really great Discord community. So yeah, there's a lot of places where you can check me out, and like gigs I have coming up. I was just announced as the host of Rainbow Six Siege's North American Pro League, so
yes.
I'm like beside myself excited. Actually, it's so funny. I play Rainbow Six Siege like probably more than any video game. Okay. And so we talked about all these summer moments, but it's like I have to have Rainbow Six Siege like every other day.
It's meshed.
And if y'all don't play that game, you should.
We're gonna have to squad up. Like, I'm in there.
Yeah, it's got strategy in it. It's super intense. I love the operators. The community is great too. So like, get on that, y'all. And that's my 2 cents.
So please make sure everybody show love to Jacki. Go follow her again, Jacki Jing, on everything, right?
Yeah, everything.
Boom, there it is. Nate, Addison, where can people find you?
Go ahead, Nate.
So I am on Twitter and Instagram at the Nate Pretzel, like the delicious snack. And so you can find me posting about all different things, specifically Pokemon, and what I'm feeling that day.
Cool. And I'm at Addison Tossi at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Itchy Toboggan on Twitch is occasionally visited. So you can feel free to join me there sometimes.
And you can find me at AGreenRiver07 on Instagram and Twitter. But if you want to follow anybody, please search Borderline Entertainment on all of your chosen social media platforms and follow so you can always be in the know, because we've got more Game Chat coming at you. Again, thank you so much, Jacki, for being a part of our season premiere, making it everything that it is. We hope that everybody has a wonderful evening, and above all else, be well, Borderline family.